Could you be any happier with the effort? That was a huge
No,
mile.
he was. It was huge, and we knew he was ready for it. And I think he'll be. I really think he'll be better next week because that we stretched him out tonight, and he needed that. So next week he'll be ready.
Was this the plan all along to have him,
Yes, I mean this is what we aim to do. We have won last year. He come a lot of times first up and used him hard, and all winter we practiced of setting him in, and wanting to race him behind. So
now you missed the start at one point. You scratched him out of a race.
yeah, he was a little bit sick one week. He had a temperature for 1 day, so we did miss one race. We was wanting to get one more race into him if we could.
That set him back at all?
A little bit. We'd like to have one more start. That's why I think next week he'll be better than this week.
Order, and Tim did a great job not hurting him.
Do you believe he was as good as he was? Were you expecting that kind of a mile out of him?
I put aluminum shoes on. I thought we might get a couple fifths of a second more out of him. And, I don't know if that worked or just his next second start on a big track. Some go the other way and some get tougher. So hopefully he gets even tougher next week.
I was wondering if you had a question before I just kept going. Any other changes you made on him?
No, he had an open bridle last week, and I want to keep it on this week. And just got up. Well, we're definitely going to draw, right? Because we can pick our post, so that's great.
Has to be on the lead.
No, he set the track record at the medals out of the 2-0, and he was very good off the slow fractions.
When he made that move to the front, were you pretty confident in?
I was thinking pull earlier, but I knew Dave was probably going to let him go. He's got, so good.
Worried at all that speed wasn't holding up tonight?
Nah, I thought you don't get stung like that 26-4 like last week. That's a lot different than getting a lead in 56 and coming up the front side.
I believe a few weeks ago you said to me if the Hambletonian was on a half-mile track, this guy would definitely win.
Oh, they would never beat him there.
It's on a mile track. Yeah. What are your thoughts going into the final
right
now?
Now we look as good as anybody, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. The adjustment to the mile track. It doesn't seem to have bothered him.
Nah, great. He might be a great horse because he wins a lot. He's a good. He doesn't need excuses if he just comes through with a big mile.
Do you become more impressed with him with each race?
Yeah, he's getting stronger. He's really, like I said, he's just a nice horse. I guess you get a little spoiled after having Dewey, but he's very, very good horse.
How do you compare his gait to the other trotters you've trained?
He's really natural going. He's probably better. The aluminum shoes made him go lower. He's real clean gaited. I mean, he probably could have won in Goshen 54 that day. So, hopefully, everything goes good next week and we'll get a real good chance.
Very good. But he hadn't done it in the race. Now I got more confidence now because he looks like he's back to where he was, or on his way to where he was.
Do you know what if any changes Trond made on the
he made about I would say maybe 7 or 8 change on him. So the best guy to tell you it's Trond. I know one thing: when I sat behind him to train him on Saturday, I had a different horse in front of me.
You felt the difference.
And tonight. He was just as good as when I trained him on Saturday, and I'm just assuming that he could even get him better by next week. I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Yeah.
If he gets him better, how do you like your chances?
Oh, yeah. It's hard to say, Like I had a perfect trip tonight, and I went by half a land there. I don't want to get too high on that. So, it's an even bunch of horses there, and I'm just hoping that the horse is going to be okay.
How does it feel for you? You're basically on the sidelines most of the year, and then you come out when the bigger races start.
Yeah, but I've been doing that for the last 5 years now. I don't drive in the winter, and that's that's the road that I want to take there. And I've been successful basically the last 3-4 years. And this year was a little slower. Because usually you build around one good horse, and my good horse was Taj, and he wasn't going good. But now it makes me feel much better.
Were you happy to have kept the drive? Was there any talk that maybe Trond would change?
No. Matter of fact, they called me when they wanted, and we had a conference call, and they told me, they said we would like to make a change there. Honestly, I thought it was the driver, and then I said, well, I could see it there. I said, we're not going anywhere. So they asked me what I would suggest there. I says, I don't know. I said, no, not the driver, the trainer we're going to change. So, and Monte Gilrod was doing more than his best. Maybe he was trying too hard.
I think just a change of scenery made a difference?
Yeah, and a few changes there. And Trond he's been there before, and the guy's a tremendous trainer. Everybody knows that. And the horse had some problem, and he corrected. he looked like he corrected.
Feel very confident.
I'm confident that I have a contender. I don't know about winning the race there. You know, Hamiltonian is not an easy race to win. But I know one thing. I'm not nervous about it there, and if the horse is good, we'll get there.
You've kind of been there before.
Yeah, I'm not going to panic. That's not going to happen.
All right. Just first of all, you mentioned making changes to him. What type of changes did you make?
Well, shoeing changes, obviously first, and some equipment changes. He wasn't. Thanks. He wasn't trotting real straight. He was obviously hitting himself. There wasn't any soundness problems. I haven't really done any vet work that way, but just try to get him trotting cleaner and straighter. And
Was it just trying different things, a little trial and error?
No, I actually just whatever I changed when I first got him. That's what he has.
So, what did you think of his performance tonight?
It was okay. They worked out great. They got a good trip, and Mike didn't have to, push him too hard. But, I'm sure both the horse and the driver has lost their confidence a little bit, which you could see a little bit. Mike was even, didn't know what to expect. So I'm sure when they start getting their confidence back, both of them, it's going to get better.
Having an extra week now going into the finals, are you going to do anything else with him, or?
Well, we'll see. I don't know. We'll definitely glad we got another week, and I think there's room for more improvement. Yeah, I put him into my conditioning program, and it's going to take a little while to get him to peak, but he'll get a little better slowly, I think.
It's got to be good to feel like he's still got room to grow and improve with you heading in, rather than thinking this was the best he's got.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. I mean, yeah, it is. I feel good about the horse. He's a smart horse, and he had got a lot of class. He showed it last year, and so I feel good about the horse. That's for sure.